Hello folks, today is Friday, September 10th, 2021. As usual, it's me, a greasy video game uncle, Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Let's get you guys filled in. It's been a lot. It's not all Sony news though. Despite Sony's big event, we have a lot of other fun stuff to talk about, but the Sony showcase was last night, so let's keep you informed. There's a couple of new developments, new interesting things worth highlighting, so let's just jump into the first thing. Insomniac is making a Wolverine game. This is a Marvel Insomniac joint similar to something like Spider-Man, and all we know as of right now is that it is going to be an emotional adventure, a full tale featuring Wolverine, and it's seemingly a ways off. The big bummer is that all we got was this CGI pre-rendered teaser. I'm very sick of those, but I am excited for Wolverine as someone who loves him very, very much. Eagle-eyed viewers out there also caught this really cool reference. Note the license plate behind the bar, HLK181. This, believe it or not, was Wolverine's first big full appearance in The Incredible Hulk. Now, he was actually teased in 180, but like his full real thing and the first big epic battle between them was 181, which is leading to a lot of people speculating, are we going to see Hulk in this game? Is this game going to be centered around some Wolverine-Hulk rivalry? Sorry if I sound like I'm freaking out, I just like this stuff. I don't know, it is way too early to get excited about any of that stuff. Sometimes Easter eggs like that are for fun, sometimes they're intentional. Who knows, but I am curious to hear what you guys think. The other big highlight, of course, is a just big old blowout reveal of God of War Ragnarok. We got some stories set up. It is obviously a continuation of the previous game. We got larger worlds, new traversal, tons of new moves for Kratos, seemingly just a bigger, badder adventure with some new characters. And I also think it's definitely worth pointing out that we also got these cool character posters featuring Kratos, Tyr, Thor, which is really crazy. Look at this dude. Along with that, it was revealed afterwards, in case you missed it, that the famed director that people really like, Cory Barlog, is not directing this one. He's working on other Santa Monica projects while Eric Williamson is taking over. He's worked on all the God of Wars. The leadership always kind of changes, so it makes sense. But if you want to check out the full gameplay and stuff, everything we talk about is going to be linked down below. I'm sure we're going to be talking about God of War a lot more. Also, we did put out a video breaking down everything if you want a bit more details, but it's still worth highlighting a couple of the big hits real quick. Knights of the Old Republic is officially getting a remake after years and years of rumors and pretty much confirmations. Now it's official. It is a PS5 timed exclusive, but it is also going to be coming to PC. The timing, as of right now, we're not totally sure. Also, Spider-Man 2 is announced, featuring both Miles Morales and Peter Parker fighting together. It's just another pre-rendered cinematic thing, but Kraven the Hunter was teased, one of my personal favorites, as well as, of course, if you've played the previous games, Venom, and he's going to be voiced by Tony Todd, Candyman himself, which is sweet. Uncharted 4 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy is coming to PS5 and PC, which I'm really excited to see Uncharted 4 running on PC. Alan Wake Remastered is coming to everything October 5th. Gran Turismo 7 is now March 4th, 2022. Tiny Tina's Wonderland's got some gameplay, and that's releasing March 25th, 2022. Forspoken gameplay looks insane. I got that one on my radar big time. We also got Project Eve gameplay, which looks like kind of a next generation Bayonetta crazy thing. And yeah, like I said, a couple of other smaller games worth highlighting, like Tachia and a bunch of stuff we don't have time to cover here, but it will all be linked in the description down below. But that's the gist, so now you're caught up. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by Wealthfront. Now, if you've been online for the past year, you know that investing is pretty much the hot new thing everybody's talking about. It can be pretty complex stuff, so that's why I'm pumped to tell you about Wealthfront, an automated investment and financial app that I actually use on a daily basis. With Wealthfront, it's a perfect way to invest in your future without feeling like you're on this crazy roller coaster. Long-term investing is a safer approach compared to the chaos of day trading, and I've enjoyed sparing myself the mental strain. You don't need a lot to get started, and Wealthfront's fees are low. They offer retirement, IRA accounts, taxable accounts, and a bunch more. Now with Wealthfront, you can customize a portfolio with a risk level that's right for you, but it's deep enough where you can dive in and get creative where you want. Along with that, you can take advantage of automated rebalancing and tax loss harvesting to make sure your risk level is maintained and things keep moving. My favorite part, honestly, is that the app is very transparent and easy to use and understand. It's a worry-free experience with some great extra tools, like the ability to set a long-term goal, link all of your accounts, and get an at-a-glance look at your future. So if you want to check it out, there's a really nice plus. Wealthfront will manage up to the first $5,000 for free for life. That's a big deal. So head to invest.wealthfront.com/GameRanx or click the link in the description down below to get started. And thanks to Wealthfront for sponsoring our video. Now, in other news, I guess kind of bad news is it seems like the shortages are going to continue for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. If you've been having a hard time getting your hands on one, if you want one, it seems like that might continue for a little while, thanks to some new reports from Bloomberg Financial talking about power regulator chips that are used in a ton of consumer devices, from cars, smart fridges, consoles, you name it, are facing insane shortages because of materials, availability, shipping, and all the logistics problems that have been going on. The report cites specifically these Toshiba chips that are in pretty much everything that are being hit the hardest, and there is suggestion that, of course, something like a PlayStation or Xbox could jump to another power regulator chip from another company, but chances are they're all facing these problems, and the time to change that is too difficult. So this Toshiba company stated that these are probably going to be hard to come by until September of next year, meaning that things could be kind of a pain in the ass for consumers until 2023, which is a huge bummer. Now, the one thing I will say, if you are a console person and you're hoping to eventually get your hands on a console, maybe you're waiting now, maybe you're saving your money, I always look at it this way. The longer you wait, when you eventually jump into a new console, you have a pile of games to catch up on, and I always think that's kind of exciting. Now, in other huge news that I didn't expect to wake up to today, it's a little bit more inside baseball, more industry type stuff, but we have some official wrap up to the Apple versus Epic Games lawsuit. The industry shifting, Silicon Valley moving lawsuit that has gone on for so long now in litigation. As of right now, thanks to a ruling and an injunction by the court, Apple must lighten up. It must allow other forms of in-app purchases and allow developers and app makers and stuff to link out to other forms of purchase. For those of you that don't know, I'm a little bit rusty on iOS devices, but you were essentially locked into only going through Apple payment methods. Now, according to this, they're going to be forced to free it up a little bit. Now, the judge did not rule against Apple being a monopoly. It didn't go with Epic's claims of Apple being monopolistic, but still, they are forced to lighten up. There is a bit more to this. Apparently, Epic is going to be forced to pay some past issues and cost discrepancies to Apple. And there are other rulings and other decisions made within this that are worth breaking down if you're more of a legal nerd. But this is apparently going to take effect in 90 days. And keep in mind, these types of things are often appealed and dragged on even further thanks to the court systems. So don't expect something to change overnight, and know that Apple has more money than God, and they will definitely fight this thing to the bitter end. So, again, this is technical stuff, but where do you stand with this? Does this change anything for you? Are you a fledgling app developer? Maybe you're making a game for iOS and Android. I'd love to hear your take. Let us know in the comments. Also, other things worth highlighting this week. As of today, WarioWare Get It Together is releasing for Nintendo Switch. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that. I've been playing them since the Game Boy Advance days. This trailer is pretty sweet. It's a launch trailer and it highlights everything. If you want to check that out, we'll link that in the description down below, as well as our Before You Buy video I made for Tales of Arise. That's out this week, and it is a pretty awesome JRPG. It's a change up for the series in some ways, but I found the combat a little simple at times, but really interesting and fun, and cool characters and a cool world. Also, another thing I linked in the description I really want you guys to check out is a preview for Sifu. Now, I'll be honest, I've been kind of hyping this game up. It's one of my most anticipated. This thing is totally up my alley, but people have been able to get their hands on it, journalists and stuff. And one of the best previews out there is from good old Mitchell Saltzman from IGN. He actually used to work here 1,000 years ago. Shout out to him. So if you want some information on the game and kind of get more of an idea of how it plays, definitely check out the video we linked in the description. Also, I can't believe I'm saying this, but we finally have a little bit of an update on Bayonetta 3. Yeah, remember that? Video Games Chronicle, shout out to them for doing that good old journalist work. They reached out to Platinum Games' very own Hideki Kamiya on the state of Bayonetta 3, and he had some interesting things to say, as he usually does, but some good stuff here. If you remember last time, I said that even though everyone was asking about Bayonetta 3, maybe you should tell everyone to forget about it for a while. I kind of need to keep to that stance for now, because ultimately it's not our decision what to say and when to say it. There's no need to worry. Don't worry about it at this time. Everything's okay, which Sounds like something my mom needs to tell me sometimes. And he said, as much as everyone is clamoring to see it, we are really, really waiting to release it too. Everyone who is working on the project is of course very proud of what we're doing and wants everyone to see what we're doing. As much as fans are waiting for it, we are waiting for the day when we can show it. We want everyone to cheer us on as we run to the final stretch. We want to show it too. Hideki Kamiya, always candid, not always this positive and nice, but for me, I'm still very much looking forward to this, and it's good to hear that things are progressing along smoothly. They've been working on this one for a while. As you probably remember, they announced this thing at the Video Game Awards in like 2017. The original Bayonetta is awesome. Bayonetta 2, most of it is pretty insane and really worth experiencing, so hopefully we get some more of this cool action soon. But that's it for the news this week. Like I said, Sony took over a lot of it, so we'll link some videos to that. But we gotta get back to work making videos, because next week, Deathloop comes out. There's so much more to jump on. So for now, just let me know in the comments what you're thinking about everything, man. From the Sony thing, are you excited about Spider-Man, possibly in 2023? Wolverine, was there a smaller game featured that you want to talk about? And also, are you one of the people that has money in hand, but you still can't get your hands on a next generation console? Would love to hear from you. For research purposes, it's always good to know what you guys, our audience, are actually doing out there. And with the news, of course, also, most importantly, what are you playing this weekend? We always do like a pinned comment that says, hey, what are you playing this weekend? And we genuinely want to know for our research. So be sure to let us know, man. But thank you very much for coming around here. As always, every week, we never stop. Thank you to those of you who click on the sponsor to support us. We appreciate that. Definitely click the like button. That's the best thing you can do. It really helps us out. But I'm Jake Baldino. You know where you can find me, Twitter and Instagram. Also on my other YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jake Baldino. Thank you guys for being here. We put out videos every day, so if you haven't subscribed, definitely do that. We never stop making videos. But I'm Jake Baldino. Thanks for watching. Pizza's on me.